Happy afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to a familiar spot. I'm here again at Lake Waccamaw. It's just so convenient for me and easy to get here, so I camp here a lot. I promise more videos of other places soon. I'm working on that. There are videos already filmed, actually. I just haven't edited them yet. But we're here on New Year's Eve, which is an annual tradition of mine. I think this is 4 years, maybe 5 years in a row I've done this. I got camp set up, but the star of this episode is definitely the wood stove, the DEERFAMY hot tent wood stove. We test drove this, me and a friend of mine test drove this a couple of weekends ago in a cold weekend in the yard, and it was cranking. It was 102 in the tent and 29 outside, so I think it's going to do a great job of keeping everyone warm. I want to finish setting up and get to it. Salt, cayenne, of course. I think we're getting there. I think this one is done, so we're going to put some cheese on it and pull it off. Starting to cool off a little bit, and there's a little bit of breeze picking up. Glad I decided to do this. They are pretty darn good. Tad bit well done, but that's fine. I'm probably going to eat them cold the rest of the time, so get them good and crispy. Well, this is the current condition in the tent. It's 56 degrees outside, but I went ahead and lit the stove anyway because why not, right? And plus it was humid. It's like a fog rolling in. But this will keep that out. Happy morning, everyone. It's January the 1st, 2025. So happy New Year as well. Slept well last night. Slept pretty hard. It was actually hot in this sleeping bag. It's a 0-degree sleeping bag, and it was 55, I think, was the low. 50. Well, we haven't reached the low yet, but it's 45 is the low. But let's get some coffee going. I need some coffee. We got some green beans, some lima beans, butter beans, some peas and carrots and mushrooms, ground beef that I cooked up at home, and an onion. I'll let those coals die down. And then we'll put the tripod, the Dutch oven, over those coals. See what happens. Soup's on. It's getting a little heat on it. Yeah. A couple hours. Let it simmer. I'll be hungry by then. $77 watts. Ain't bad at all for winter. This is actually the back of the tent. but it opens up as well as the front, and you can create this cool sunshade, which we don't really need to shade any sun, but I'll open it up for a little bit extra ventilation. I think the smoke is coming in that front, building up in there a little bit. We'll give it an escape route so the smoke can just blow right through the tent. Perfect. This is beef bouillon. Sticky. Sticky. Gotta be careful with that stuff. It's strong. This is a Stansport camping tripod holding that 5-quart cast iron Dutch oven. That's good. Butter beans need a little bit more time cooking, actually, believe it or not. Which is great, because I can just keep it simmering all day and eat later on again. It's very edible. It's just the butter beans are slightly undercooked. A little hot. Hot. We're gonna be warm. Keep the rest of that tree in storage. Come back for it tomorrow, or maybe later today. We got enough for right now though. That'll definitely get us through tonight. %. We can brew the coffee on the wood stove while the tent is warming up. That way we have coffee without even leaving the tent. Let's hope it works.
Let the bellows blow. Let the fire are worn, my steel runs thin. It's been way too long since I felt your kiss. The cold is overtaking me. You know it's slowly breaking me. So take me, darling, to the edge of I need your touch, that heavenly spell. You know that I still believe. You burn away the shame in me. The bellows blow, swing the heavy sledge, temper me with pain. Me in your holy flames. The weight of the world has hardened this heart, and I need you, girl, to twist me apart. You're burning embers call to me, like I'm the only one you need. The bellows blow, swing the heavy sledge, temper me with pain. Forge me in your holy flames.
Happy Thursday morning. Just finishing up some coffee that I brewed on the wood stove last night, which was a brilliant idea. Pre-made coffee's always a win. You can wake up and just have coffee instead of lighting a stove, starting a fire. You know, you get it. But yeah, this is great. So I'm going to enjoy this coffee and get motivated. Not sure what I'm going to do today. I know I'm going to go for a walk, try to chase some animals down, collect some more wood. The wood stove is a heat beast. It is awesome. It's a great improvement to my camping gear. I wish I'd have done that a long time ago. I wish that would have been the first heat source that I purchased. But having the other heat sources is a great idea as well. But let's get started. Let's finish this coffee and get outside. It is 39 degrees outside and it's 53 degrees in here. I did run the portable Mr. Buddy a little bit this morning to help take the chill off. Another great heat source. But yeah, let's get moving. Cheers. Right. I was having some problems with the stove yesterday. It was flooding. It's either something wrong with this tube, which is the generator. It's what turns the liquid gas into a vapor. The heat from the initial light heats up and turns the gas that runs through this little tiny tube inside this protective rod, and it turns it into a vapor. So that could be clogged, which means you have to buy a new one. Or it could be the fuel is old, or it could be too much fuel in here to start with. So let's give it a test today and see what we wind up with. Hopefully everything runs fine and I don't have to buy anything, because I'm tired of buying stuff. Turn this knob up, you pull it out with your thumb off, and then put the thumb over the hole, and that pushes the air in. This stove's about 50 years old too, by the way. I haven't had it that long, of course. Okay, we got the tank pressurized, the lever up, turn it to give it a little bit of gas. I'm not hearing anything, that's a bad sign. And there it goes. And the same thing as yesterday. You can see the liquid gas all around here, so it's not vaporizing. It burns like this for the first few seconds, up to a minute or so, and then it should turn into like a jet-like blue flame. And I never could get that jet-like blue flame yesterday. This is what I had every try, which is not burning correctly. It's burning inefficiently. It's getting too much fuel. This is actually burning close to correct though. Hey, we're onto something here. And when you get this running like this, you turn this lever down. So turn this down, and look at there. That's burning correctly. And I've already made coffee last night, so I don't have coffee to make this morning. I had leftovers for breakfast, so I don't have leftovers to cook. So I guess this is totally just a dry run to see how we're doing, and I'm liking what I'm seeing. There you have it. It's rare that things fix themselves, but I think we got lucky in this case. Okay, we're getting 103 watts out of a 100-watt solar panel. That's amazing. It should take about 4.3 hours to fully charge. We're at 66% charged right now. I left it on all night running an electric blanket, which really didn't even run the electric blanket. It just ran the controller for it. I don't understand. I have to check the wattage and voltage when I get home on the blanket. But for some reason, the Jackery 1000 watt hour battery, which is I think 1500 watts output maximum. There should be plenty to run that blanket. It might be a problem with the blanket. I'll have to test it when I get home. But I left it on all night, and it ran it down to 66%. This is the 100-watt solar panel from Harbor Freight. It's about half the price of the Jackery 100-watt solar panel. It might be heavier, but this is glass and it's in a metal frame, and it's waterproof. This one can actually withstand the rain, and the Jackery cannot. But I love this solar panel. I wish they would put longer legs on this. It's got more room on the frame to fold down. It comes somewhere around here, so you can get another couple inches out of there. But in the winter, it's better to have a higher angle to get more sunlight. It actually gets more wattage the higher it is, and these legs fall just a little short if they were just that much longer. But I can always find something to prop this up on to make it at this angle. And this little thing right here, my buddies Kevin and Nate got me this. It is a carbon monoxide detector. It also has the temperature. It's 48 degrees, 65%, 67%. Oh, my hand's touching it. It is USB-C rechargeable. It holds a pretty good charge though. This thing's been running since Tuesday morning, and I still have 2 or 3 bars. I'll probably charge it up tonight just to be safe. But it has a 200 decibel alarm that sounds if the carbon monoxide gets above a set point, which I don't know what that point is. I left it at factory settings, but it's like 100 parts per million, I think. And you know, right here we're at 0. I've never seen any parts per million, and I never hope to. Carbon monoxide is nothing to screw around with. But I leave it hanging right here on the side of the cot. I mean, that'll definitely wake me up. 200 decibels is pretty loud, and that's actually extremely loud. So I just have it hanging right here on the edge of the cot to wake me up from my bear-like hibernation. That's how bears snore. I know, because I've slept with them before. That's not true. I've never slept with bears. We got some ash on the tent. That's not that bad. Knock it right off. The stove did come with a spark arrestor. That helps keep the big ash chunks from falling on the tent and burning holes in it. You can see that creosote's building up in there some. I'll have to clean that out. But that's not bad. Gene and Mitch, who work with the Park Service, just stopped by, and Mitch showed me this tip. You chop into these old fallen logs, and there's actually lighter wood. You can smell the turpentine on this. This is going to fire right up. It's good fire starting material. Thanks, Mitch. That's not going to come through from that direction, so we'll saw it off and pull it through the other way. There we go. If I can get this prong piece off, we can pull it through. I'm trying to make these cuts as straight as possible, so it's got a flat surface that we can balance it on to split it with the axe. But it doesn't always work out that way, but I'm trying at least. There we have it. get the stove fired up and warm up some soup. Let's try out this new little 2-quart Dutch oven. There we go. That's right. Shouldn't take but a couple of minutes. I love cast iron. Just a little bit longer. It's much better warmed up. I ate it cold for breakfast this morning, and that was okay, but warm is definitely better. That'll burn. Nice wood stove piece. Yeah. I hope it's going to start. And then I have lighter knot, which is also fat wood, that I cut out of that log. It should give us a jump start on this fire. And another piece. Man, that smells good. Oh yeah, it's lighting right up. do get soot all over your arm from inside the door here. Sticks and twigs that I collected. Alright, let's put this on and see what happens. Try to keep the smoke down. But yeah, I like this stove. This is a DEERFAMY. It's a carbon steel. I bought it because it looks like cast iron, and anyone who knows me knows my love of cast iron. It's 7-foot chimney, I think. I do have the chimney anchored. It has 3 anchor points at the top and the spark arrestor, which prevent big pieces of ash from coming out. The big piece of water are going to fall on the tent and burn a hole in it. It's got a little door, little latch. It's got a damper here. It's got the pull out ashtray, which collects your ashes at night. You just pull that out and dump it. Little opening here for cooking. It allows more heat to come out. And as you saw, the top opens. It allows you to build fire in the firebox and clean it or whatever. The whole chimney stores inside the stove. And it has a flue as well. Flue open, flue closed. You crank down on the flue, it turns the temps up. It allows the stove to get hotter. Less heat's going straight up the chimney and out. If you crank it down just a little bit, you can turn it down right to where you see it start smoking out of the cracks, and then back it off just a hair and it runs fine. If you have it cranked down like that and you open the door, smoke will come out. So I've learned to open the flue before I open the door, and that so far has worked. It does come with these 2 racks, which are great for drying stuff like socks or even boots. I haven't done that yet, so I don't know how that will turn out. It comes with a little poker tool. But yeah, you can close this damper down. That helps conserve the wood. It cuts oxygen flow, which allows the wood to burn slower, and it actually generates a little more heat when it's closed. I was very impressed with DEERFAMY customer support. They answered all my questions. So far, I'm very happy with the purchase of this stove. I've only used it 2 nights, really. Last night was the first night that I gave it a real run in cold temperatures for an entire night, or until I went to bed anyway. I don't plan on getting up in the middle of the night and putting wood in it. I think you get 2 or 3 hours with the wood you put in it, and that'll get me to sleep. I don't like getting out of my sleeping bag once I'm in it. Why would I? It's a 0-degree bag. It's totally warm. No need to get out and mess with this. It's actually too hot with this going in that sleeping bag, so it's better to let it cool down, throughout the night anyway. But there's a mosquito in here. What in the world? It just flew right by. Big one too. But yeah, so far I'm very happy with this stove press. This does exactly what it's supposed to do, and it does get extremely hot. Let's see what we got going on. Got a fire building in there. Smoke coming out, as I said. Once that fire gets going, the smoke cuts down drastically. Happy Friday morning. It's about 32 degrees in the tent. I got the Mr. Buddy heater heating up. I think it's about 28 outside. Time to make that pre-brewed coffee. I have to go get the sugar and the milk. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's my feet are a little chilly. Slept great, slept warm. Fire in the wood stove, I have no idea when it went out. It was full of wood when I went to bed at about 9:30, and it's empty now, so it burned until all the wood was gone. Probably 2 hours, but I don't need to leave it running. I don't feel it in the sleeping bag, and I don't wake up with a fire going, so there's no need to fill it up before bed. I should just let it die out and then getting to enjoy the heat from it and then getting to sleeping bag. I think I'll try that tonight. But anyway, happy Friday morning. Let's get to moving. First cup of coffee. And yeah, it's a little chilly outside. Walking out there to get the sugar and milk, my feet got a little frosty. And there's frost on everything. There's frost on the coolers and the picnic tables. And so it's chilly. But we're warm in here. And sun's coming up. I don't know if you can see it or not. And the critters, I can hear birds chirping and squirrels moving around. So good morning. Hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee as well. Warming my footsies up on my second cup of coffee. I think it's time to go fire the Coleman stove up and try to make some breakfast if we can get it burning right. That does feel good. Some bacon that I fry up at home and then just reheat it. I'm throwing those shells in the fire pit just in case y'all are wondering. I'll get them out and throw them in the trash. Nothing wants to work right in this cold. Not even the salt and pepper shakers. And it's not that cold. It's like 31 degrees. Cayenne works. First warm breakfast of the trip. Yes. So we've eaten breakfast, had our coffee. Let's straighten up the camp a little bit and take a hike. I'm gonna hike west on Lake Shore Trail up to there's a second short pier. It's not really a pier, it doesn't go out over the water, but it goes out to the edge of the lake. Let's hike up there and see that. Good morning. I'm out here on Pinewood Trail. Headed back to the Boardwalk Connector Trail, which is the crazy wood plank trail that leads to Lake Shore. I just saw a herd of deer, 6 of them I'd say. I think one was a buck. The camera click scared them off. Took about 4 or 5 photos and they bounced away. I think I got some great blurry whitetail photos. So let's continue on this trail. This is a really nice trail. It'd be fun to run. Back around past the parking lot. Now we're on Sand Ridge Trail. We'll circle around back to camp. It's only like 0.3 miles, I think, so we'll be there very quickly and we'll get started on that chicken and sausage. I don't know. Never tried it. Might be good. Might not. Hang in there with me. We got a ways to go. Alright, got a little teepee here. Got some lighter knot, a little bit of fire starter in the bottom. Try to get this lit and get this chicken and sausage on, because I'm hungry. Burning along pretty good. We'll get a base of coals down and then I'll start getting the food ready. There's some grease in the pan from where I cleaned it up after we made the vegetable beef soup, so that's fine. I'm just going to lay this chicken in here, put some salt and pepper on it, and we will bake it. Then add the sausage and barbecue sauce. Add some salt. Pepper. This ain't going to take long at all. I thought it was going to take a while to cook, but there's less chicken than I thought there was, which is a good thing. It was way too much food for one person. Okay, so that's all we're going to do with that. We'll bake this over the fire and then drain the broth, add the sausage and the barbecue sauce, and we're done. I think it high to start with. Let's see what we're dealing. See what we're working with. All right. Chicken is on. Yeah. We got some sizzling. We got some sizzling. So that's low enough. We'll leave it right there. Chicken is getting close, so let's go ahead and get this sausage chopped up. This is Hillshire Farms hot smoked sausage. I really like Hillshire Farms hot smoked sausage. I think this is gonna be good, y'all. All right. That is really, really, really close. Just a few more minutes. Yeah, that's done. Add the sausage. And J.G. Hughes sugar-free barbecue sauce. Because who needs more sugar in their life, right? Not me. Yeah, that chicken's falling apart. This is also going to cook quickly, so let's set it up. Hang it pretty high and just let it get a little bit of a simmer heat to it. That should do it. Oh yeah. That looks good. Oh yeah. All right, let's see what we got. Nice and tender chicken. Barbecue sauce filled in a lot. I guess it mixed with the chicken juices. Let's try it. This is definitely Squatch approved. Mmm. I'm going to eat too much of this tonight. A little bit of oil will protect it from rusting. And we'll be ready for our next cook. Although the bottom is sooty from the fire, I'll clean that up at home. It's been a long day. We hiked 8.7 miles total. Cooked that chicken and smoked sausage. That couldn't have turned out any better. That was a surprise. It's how well it turned out. I enjoy cooking over a fire with those Dutch ovens. That's going to be a new skill I use, more so than depending on the stove. I mean, you got to do both. So we've had a full day and it's time to relax. I'm going to fire up the stove, warm my feet up, and I'll probably be in bed super early tonight. If anything happens, I'll fire the camera back up. Good night. See you in the morning. Happy Saturday morning. It is currently 39 degrees in the tent. It's 32 when I woke up. 29 outside. It feels warmer this morning though. The little buddy heater fired right up. First try. Well, second try. Last night I was having trouble with the wood stove. It was smoking. I mean, smoking a lot. Like smoke was coming out of all the open spaces. And I'd open the door and smoke would pour out of it. And I couldn't figure out, I didn't know if it was the wood being wet or a different type of wood or what the problem was, and I was like, well, the only thing that would cause smoke to come out of the stove like that would be if it's not going up the chimney. I went and looked outside, and the spark arrestor was almost 100% clogged. I mean, there were some of the holes were totally clogged, and then others still had a little bit of a opening. So I took the broom handle and I whacked it a few times and knocked the soot out of it. And from outside the tent, I heard it roar in here, like whoosh, like the fire caught and started working properly. I didn't have any problems with smoke at all after that. So I learned that I'm going to have to clean that spark arrestor about every other day if you're running it hard at night like I've been. Yeah, which isn't bad. It's not bad at all in this tent because I can just reach up and grab it, but in the Alpha tent it's going to be harder to get to because it's a much taller tent. I might have to take it down from inside, but we'll figure that out. But anyway, just an interesting fact from last night. I'm going to take the whole thing apart today. I'm going to clean just, you know, tap them, knock the soot out from each of the sleeves on the chimney and see where we're at. Probably take the stove outside too and clean it out. Got one more night here, and I am going to use the stove tonight, but might as well clean it. We got some extra time today. As far as day's concerned, we've got all our food cooked. I'm just going to eat leftovers. Besides breakfast, I'm going to cook breakfast here in a bit. If the, fingers crossed, if the Coleman stove fires up and runs properly, I'll warm up some breakfast. Or let's drink some of that pre-brewed coffee and get the day going. How does that sound? Oh yeah. Cheers. Good morning. Oh, and also, when I went to pour the coffee into the thermos after I brewed it on the wood stove, I take the kettle and the thermos outside. I don't want to spill any coffee in here, so I was pouring the coffee from the kettle to the thermos, and there was a little possum running around. I don't know that I've ever seen a possum out here, or a raccoon for that matter. I see them every day at my house. I've never seen them out here. I see their tracks, their little paw prints. Yeah, he was running around, smelling around the fire pit, so maybe I spilled some food over there or something. Maybe he was smelling, you know, when I tossed those eggshells, maybe he was smelling that. Although I did clean them up. I said I was going to pick them up and put them in the trash can, and I did. But maybe there was some little bit of egg yolk that dripped off. But that's where he was running around. He saw me and looked up and scampered away, as possums do. They're very good scamperers. And all those holes were almost completely clogged in this spark arrestor. So I took a broom handle and knocked the soot out. You can see the soot all over the tent here. Take this down and see what we're dealing with. Oh my goodness, look at that. Can you see how clogged that is? I had no idea it was that bad. Whew! Yeah, we're gonna have to clean this every 2 days. At least every 2 days, maybe every day. It's cold out here, by the way. 27 degrees. I'm a little bit chilly. But let's see how far this goes down. Like, does the soot go all the way down to the stove? It might. You might have to clean the whole chimney today. Yeah, that's pretty bad too. Let's see if you can put you towards the light. That's pretty dirty. These old trusty clean log cleaner here. Couldn't fit any better. Got lucky on that one. It's the first piece of firewood I picked up fits perfectly in here. Much better. I'll give them a proper cleaning when I get home with water and a brush. Still pretty dirty. That's the next two sections. But then the sections closest to the stove aren't that bad at all. So it's collecting, I mean, it's still sooty, but you know, this is about what I expected it to be. Not like that. So it's the stovepipe higher up collects more soot. But we'll get these cleaned up, get it back together, and we'll be good for tonight. My last night here is going to be the coldest, 22 degrees. So we got to have that stove cranking by sundown. Everything's a learning curve, right? Okay, I took the chimney off and cleaned it. Since I have the chimney off, I might as well clean the whole stove or just empty it out. So I'm going to take it over here. There's a pile of ashes back here where it looks like maybe the Park Service cleaned out the fire pit. So I'm going to take the stove and just give it a good shake out. I can empty the ashes with just the ash drawer, which does a good job, but since the chimney's off, let's go ahead and clean the whole thing. That should do it. That'll get us through one more night at least. Some of these rounds are hard to get burning in that wood stove, so I'm splitting them up. Splitting them in these smaller pieces. That'll burn great. It'll flame right up. Split up a little more firewood. Got everything cleaned up. Got the solar panels over here. They're not in direct sunlight, but they are getting some sun, so we'll let them get what they can get. I don't want to leave them out. Oh, that was a big bird. What is that? That was black. Probably a buzzard. I don't want to leave them out across the way. They're just too far away from camp. People might mess with them. That wouldn't happen, but you know, just for my peace of mind. It's probably at 50% right now, and that's plenty for one last night. That's enough for 2 or 3 nights. Let's get these boots on and let's hike out to the dam. this old road that cuts up through the park, goes to the very edge of the park. I want to cut back, and there's another road that goes off. I don't think these are official trails, but we're still inside the park, so we're okay. But I'm going to follow that other road / trail and see where it leads. We're back on the more recently used part of the road that cuts through here. We're pretty much parallel to Lake Shore Trail, but this trail doesn't have a name and it's not on the maps, so I'm not. Maybe this is a fire road. Yeah, we're about halfway back to camp now. There is an intersection here and an intersection behind me. But we're going to take this one. I didn't go to the dam, obviously. I found this road, which is really what I had in mind. The dam was kind of a second idea. But I found this road and I wanted to see where they go, and I'm totally impressed. As far as finding wildlife, if you're going to find it, this is it. Felt something watching me earlier. I could feel its eyes upon me, but that happens all the time, right? Bushwhacked through some pretty thick bush, and now we're back on Lake Shore Trail. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that. You could easily get turned around in there because everything looks the same. So I was thinking on this. I've got those leftovers and I put them in that aluminum pan, and I was going to try to heat the aluminum pan on the fire, but it's thin, it can spill and it can burn. I'm trying to conserve water. I'm down to a gallon, which is plenty of water. I mean, it's my last night here. But, you know, as far as like washing dishes and stuff, I don't want to waste it. I'm thinking I'll put the entire pan in the Dutch oven and heat it up over the fire. And then there's no mess. I mean, I can just eat it out of the pan. Doesn't get the Dutch oven any dirtier than it already is. I mean, it's sooty on the bottom from where I cooked in it yesterday. So let's try that. Let's put the pan in the Dutch oven and put the Dutch oven over the fire. It's just like an oven, right? I feel like putting the pan in an oven. It should work. Come on. I can already tell it's going to be cold tonight. The sun's going down. It's supposed to get down to 22 tonight, I think. But we're going to have that stove roaring. I've got plenty of chopped split wood. I split those rounds. So let's eat this food and prepare for a chilly last night here. All right, I can hear it bubbling, so it's hot. Whew, yeah, it's good and warm. And as I said, let's just eat it right out of the pan. Oh yeah. Nice and warm. It's definitely hot enough. It's about perfect, actually. Pretty awesome day. Went on a 4-mile hike, hiked out almost to the dam, and then cut back through the forest roads, which they should turn into trails. They're really nice. I'm sure they will eventually. Came in, cooked dinner. Now I'm ready for a cold night, so let's get in the tent. It's going pretty good. Limited smoke, just the way we want it. Just let it burn. Hopefully that's enough to put some coals down, and then we can start chunking the bigger stuff on it, and we're set. Happy Sunday morning, everyone. The last morning here, we have to pack up and head home. It's been 5 nights, 6 days. Pretty awesome trip. It is currently 30 degrees in the tent, 24 outside. I just fired the Mr. Heater little buddy up, and we'll let the tent warm up and then get up and pack. It's 6 a.m. I think. 5 or 6 a.m. Look. Come on. It's 5:24 a.m. So, yeah, it's been a great trip. And we still have some stuff to do. Good morning. I did sleep very well last night. Went to bed about 9:30, I think. So this is the Kodiak Canvas 0 degree bag. It's flannel. I don't know sure what it's filled with. It's synthetic. It's not down, but it's very warm. I mean, I'm not cold at all in this thing. Not 1 second am I cold. Except when you climb out in the middle of the night. So yeah, I slept good, and I've been warm this whole trip. It's been great. We got to jump on the packing. I've already done a lot, actually, which is pretty amazing how much I've gotten done so quickly. But yeah, it's 41 degrees in here, 24 outside. It's probably going to stay. I don't think it's going to get any warmer than 41 in here. The sun is coming up. It's up. I mean, you can see outside. You can tell by the glow of the tent. We're going to throw this stuff in the car and get home to some warm food, warm house, and warm kitty cats. First sip of coffee. Cheers. Man, that's good. Gotta remember how I did that last night.